So we're now in the layouts and styling section. So this is quite a big thing because here you can customize a lot of things like your product page, your layout listing, your cart page, your checkout, your quick view you can customize. So there's a lot of things. So I would separate that into a few videos covering each one. So now the first one, let's start with the product page layout. Basically, this is the style of how your product page would look like. We already previewed it in the previous videos how it actually looks, but here it is now inside the platform, and you can fully customize it with your mouse and keyboard. So this, what you see here by default, is the stored product widget. This is a system widget that you can double click and start customizing. So in this template we have this layout, but your design that you have picked can have a completely different one. This is just the one that we have created, and you can customize it, and let me show you how. Now first you have the layout type. So here you have different options that you can choose from. This is the tilted one, this is the straight one, then you have the option where you have the image on top and then the content on the bottom. So pick your layout and then you can continue. Then we have the reverse position of your layout, so you can switch on which side is the info and on which side is the image. So you can play around to create the one that you want. Then you have the product details area and the product image area settings that we will look into in a moment. Here we have the ability to customize the width of your image area. So if you want to have a bigger image area, let's say that we don't want to have that much information but focus more on the images, so you can make that bigger. In this case we have 2/3 to be the image area. Then we have the ability for the discount code, which is this one, how it would display. It can be like the actual dollar amount or just a sale type of a badge. So depending on what you want, you can just have it like that. You have the ability for left on stock. So this is a cool way if to create a scarcity. So if your product is, let's say you have 5 of that product in the inventory and you have this one enabled for, let's say, under 10, you'll see here a badge showing stating that you have a certain amount of products left. So this creates this scarcity element for anybody who visits that page. So this is really driving kind of sales because there is a limited amount of product. So use that if you are tracking quantity, so if you want to create this scarcity element. This is the option where you can extend the product content to full height, meaning like this. So whoever visits your page, it will basically come from the top to the bottom of the screen. So I mean, in some cases you can use it like this. So it really depends on what kind of a design you want to create, where if you want to just focus on this product alone and nothing else, this is a great option. So if you want, you can enable it. You can show stock keeping unit, breadcrumbs, navigation, add to cart, floating for mobile. So this is basically, if you have it enabled on mobile, you can have the add to cart floating at the bottom of the page that you have. So it's not static, but it is floating at the bottom. So this is cool and useful feature. I personally prefer this one to have inside your websites. So yeah, this is basically the settings that you have here. Now you have individual settings for your image area and for your information area. So let's look into the details area, which is this one. Let's reverse it so you have a better look of it. So when you click on the product details, here you have the background that you can absolutely change to anything that you want. So let's just keep it something like this. Then you can have the active color. By default, it is using the color for the whole website, but or funnel, but you can change it to something else if you want it to have different looks. You can create a padding on the sides that can be bigger or smaller. It really personal preference. The rounding of the corners you can change as well. You can change the text styling, so you can change it to something completely different of a layout. So you can bold or make it metallic or change the font size as well. So it's up to you how you want to customize the text on your page. So here is another one. You can change the pricing as well with the text settings. Then you have the product margins. So the product margins is a great way to create certain things like this. For example, you can put left and right and then have overlapping content like this, where in the you can create some overlappings like that, or on top or bottom you can create stuff like that. So just play around and create whatever type of a design you desire for your product page layout. Then you have the ability to just add shadow around the content area. Lastly, about this widget, we have the product image area. So this is the image here. You can have the ability to have it on top, on bottom, on the middle. So it will go whatever place you want to add it. I personally suggest leaving the middle one, the center position of the image. Of course, you can customize also the background of the image as well. If you want to have any. Most templates that comes with transparency, but again, you can fully customize it. Add the thumbnails on different sides, because if you have multiple images, they can show either on the sides or on the bottom, from which you can browse through. So currently we have them on the bottom, but let's have them on the right side, because on the left one we have this information, so it would be best to be on the right here, and I'll show you in a moment. So let's have it like this. Let's save and actually preview to see how this would actually look like. So let's select the product, and you'll now see the apply design, but for this particular product. We have the styled box here with information, and then we have the image area here. And as we just customize it, the images, the multiple images would show on the right side instead of the bottom. So you can customize those things however you want. So this is it. This is the store product widget that you can fully customize. Of course, you have other options where you can also add a background of the whole block itself, so you can change it to something else if you want to create different designs. Another thing is that you can expand this on full width if you wish. If you want to have it from edge to edge, for example, for some reason, you can absolutely do that, or stretch it on full height. These are all options that you can do just like a regular page. Below that, we usually add the related products, but this is again absolutely customizable. If you don't want to have this area, simply delete these things. Just click on the widget, delete the widget. Or if you want to add more things into the pages, absolutely feel free to add whatever blocks or widgets you want to add into your product pages. Keep in mind that whatever you add here will be visible to all the product pages, so it's not unique for a specific one, it is global for all of them. So that's why make sure that when you do that, it's globally for your store products. And yeah, this is the customization of the product pages. In the next one, we'll look into the listing of products.